1510, 93.7. We are Mile High Sports. The Big J and Kodiak Show.
Shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Give me the mic so I can take it away.
Boom, boom. And guess what? People don't know that we have world-class professional boxing right here in Denver, Colorado.
Yes, we do.
Why don't they know that?
Well, you know what? We're going to help them know that. And to help them, as we help them, they're going to help us. And you know who's going to help us help them? Duran Hill from Sting Like a Bee Entertainment joins us on the Big J and Kodiak Show. And he is going to tell us about his big event, September 22nd, at the Penthouse Club in Glendale. Another boxing extravaganza.
How are you, Duran?
I'm very well, guys. How are you guys?
Good.
Excellent,
good.
brother.
Thanks for joining us.
What'd you think of the last show?
You know what? At the Expo Center?
Yes.
You know what? That was my first real big-time boxing action.
Okay.
So, you know what? It was really interesting. I mean, some of the fighters were really, really talented, and you could see a future for them. I was kind of shocked at Chris Green losing that fight. Like, I was real shocked. But you know what? I think that's my fault.
If he would have stepped on the gas in a few spots.
Yeah,
well, you know what? Because
we had
we had you guys on before, and I kind of, you know, we had Chris and his opponent on the his opponent was on the phone, and I kind of gassed him up. You know, I kind of put the jumper cables, you know, as they say, on him, saying, "Hey, Chris is gonna knock you out. He gonna knock you out, son." And he took it serious, and he beat Chris down. And Chris, I know you're listening, and you know I'm sorry, so don't jump on me when you see me.
Don't put them sandpaper hands on
that's
something.
I don't know about that. I've seen the fight like 10 times since then. I think if he would have just stepped on the gas and a couple rounds,
he wasn't throwing punches.
Right.
And you know, but
when he was
throwing haymakers. I mean, he's a big boy. So I mean, definitely.
Duran, talk about the fight a little bit. Who we got coming up? What's going on? And how are you fitting this into the Penthouse?
Okay, well,
that's the question we're going to get to. Yeah, just tell us who. Yes.
Saturday, September 22nd.
Okay.
At 4 p.m. We're going to do an outdoor event in the Penthouse Club's parking lot. It's big enough to do whatever we want to do, and we're going to have Sergeant John Franklin as the main event, and it's got an exciting card coming on. And I'm really looking forward to it. You guys are going to be happy.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely be there. I mean, I love a live fight, and I would love to see more blood at this one. Maybe somebody getting knocked out totally. I would love to see that more.
There was a couple knockouts. There
was a couple, but I don't want nobody to get out. I want him to have to be taken out on a stretcher. I want to see somebody on a stretcher.
No, Duran, what I think is most unique about this particular fight is that it is an outdoor fight.
Right.
A true outdoor fight.
Right.
Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I was thinking when I put this show together that it's at the end of summer. Let's go out. Let's take summer out with a bang. And I wanted to have an atmosphere where people can walk around in shorts and sit back.
Nice.
We're going to have nice food.
This is like atmosphere. A Vegas style fight because a lot of those fights are outdoors at the MGM Grand or wherever they have them in Vegas. Those fights are outdoors. I mean, it looks like it's indoors, but it's usually outdoors. And this is that's the kind of ambiance that I'm looking for. That's a big time thing.
And let me tell you, the Penthouse Club, they have spared no expense. They want to put on the show. They went to the Glendale City Council. They talked to the local police and the city council, the local government there. They gave us their blessing, and they volunteered to do anything and everything to help us, and we're going to go all out on this thing.
Mm-hmm. And now, us here at the Big J and Kodiak Show, we always take care of our listeners. So what Duran has done is that he's brought us some tickets and a couple T-shirts tonight to give away. So we do have a couple general admission tickets, and we do have some big time VIP tickets. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna come up with a couple cool ways to give some of these away in the following weeks. Right now, we'll give a couple tickets away for the first caller who wants to go 303-297-1510. Get a couple tickets to the Sting Like a Bee at the Penthouse, which I'm really looking forward to it. Last time at the Expo Center. One of the highlights, besides the boxing, was the ring girls.
Okay.
And I think those were from the Penthouse also, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we'll see some of them along with some more fine ladies. How did you decide to have it? Well, this is an interesting venue. So how did you decide to pick the Penthouse?
I approached them. I said, look, you guys have the perfect venue for an outdoor event. What do you think? They checked out the show at the Expo, loved what I put on, and said, let's do it.
loved it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was cool because we was able to broadcast and we had a good spot. We could see the fighters come into the ring and I love a fighter with personality.
Right.
So what kind of fighters are bringing that to this event coming up?
Well, Sergeant John Franklin, for sure. He's got that swag. He knows he's about it. He knows he's going about his business, and this young man, he's going after it. I happen to know for a fact that Money Mayweather and 50 Cent have contacted him to put him on, and the kid is really big time. He's a big-time kid.
Good. Now, speaking of Money Mayweather, we had the fortune to have Lightning Lonnie Smith on last week. Okay. And Lightning Lonnie's 50. Mm-hmm. Lightning Lonnie, if you're listening, and I know you are, I love you, but you're 50. And he really is looking.
He's 49.
Well, he's 50. He's really looking forward to getting in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, I could have been, you know what? I know, Duran, it's ridiculous. I know. But I think I misheard. I think we got the wrong impression. I don't know if he wanted to fight Floyd Mayweather Jr. I think maybe it was Roger Mayweather, the trainer, or Floyd Sr. You know, but he ain't fighting
said
anymore.
He wanted to fight. He did.
You know
he made it clear. He said Lightning was going to strike again.
Okay. I think
were his words.
I think that he meant
end quote.
I think he meant Floyd Sr. or Roger Mayweather.
I took that as he meant Roger or Floyd Sr.
See, me and Duran on the same page. And if you're just now joining us, Duran,
there's nobody in their right mind, 50 years old, sitting around talking about.
Say it, B. He's 49.
Talking about I want to fight the best fighter on the planet.
Right. And do you feel like he's the best fighter on the planet?
From what I've seen, the thousands and thousands of hours of boxing I've watched in my lifetime, he's in the top 4.
Now, Duran Hill from Sting Like a Bee Entertainment is joining us on the Big J and Kodiak Show. And we're talking about, his event that's going to be at the Penthouse September 22nd. And just all, fights in general. So we got a real big fight coming up September 8th. Chad Dawson, Andre Ward, 2 guys who have a name for themselves. 2 of the most exciting fighters in the fight game. And I think 2 fighters who could, help reestablish boxing.
That's right.
They're in the right division.
Bernard Hopkins recently said that he felt like when he was asked who the best boxer in the world was, he said, and the sport was, he said Andre Ward. Do you agree with that assessment?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Andre Ward, he has all the intangibles, and he'll tell you in a heartbeat. He's not afraid to fight dirty. If that's what it's going to take, he's in there to win. And he's not going to let any stones unturned. I like that in a fighter.
So this is super middleweight. They're fighting for Andre Ward's super middleweight crown. What do you expect from this fight?
I just think styles make fights. I think Chad Dawson's lefty style is going to be, in the end, too much for Andre. Even though Andre can fight both ways, I just think it's going to be too much because of Chad's size and strength and his lefty style.
Do you think it's going to be a stoppage, or is something that's going to go to distance?
That's a good one.
I mean, these are 2 supremely gifted guys.
I say Chad in 10.
Chad in 10.
Wow.
You had it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Duran Hill, Chad in 10.
Chad Dawson in 10 rounds. Okay. And we touched on it briefly just a minute ago about boxing and these 2 guys maybe bringing boxing back to the heights where it once was. And I think we had you in here, a couple months ago talking about, why boxing isn't, where it should be, or where it once was in the public eye, and was it the UFC, and was it this, was it that? What do you think?
I think it's 10 things, or it could be none of those things. It could be that people are more sophisticated and just have an appetite for different things, or it could be the UFC. I personally think we just don't have enough dynamic fighters out there. I think that is the sole reason.
I think we don't have a top heavyweight that captures people's imaginations. Right. And I mean, throughout history, boxing has always had that. Be it from Jack Johnson to Joe Louis to Rocky Marciano to Ali to Foreman to all the guys in line to Tyson Holyfield.
See, we've been accused of that though with athletes. Period. Here of not having the quality caliber, if you will, of athlete. What's the problem with that? What could be one of the problems with that?
Well, I mean, just like I said, people's appetites have changed.
Could training be an issue?
No,
or the lack thereof.
No, because there's going to be training in football, tennis, golf, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree that the young men coming up today, I don't know, they're a little sissified, if you ask me.
I agree. I agree
with that.
I mean, they're a bit sissified. I'm 40 years old, and I'll go toe-to-toe with any 20-year-old kid out there right now.
They don't fight. They don't fight. They play Xbox. They fight you on Xbox.
And that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because I can remember being 12 years old and being all the way in Park Hill on my bike.
Right.
And I grew up in southeast Denver. So.
Wow. Okay.
And see the thing about boxing, well, I still love it, and I wish it would come back to the heights that it once was, is that, and these, what they don't understand is boxers make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather made $85 million for 2 fights last year. $85 million. So, I mean,
boxing is it's eternal. It's not going to go anywhere. But there's a human characteristic that's ingrained in people. It's not going to go anywhere. Because
you know what?
I talk boxing, and people ask me questions about this fighter or that fighter every single day of my life. So,
well, one thing I think one reason that boxing has kind of slipped in, out of the eye of the public is that you don't have any of those great amateur events like Golden Gloves or any of those things that you used to get these young kids that were coming up through Golden Gloves, and you could see them, and then they would go to the Olympics and then turn pro. So you kind of knew, who they were. I mean, I watched Mark Breland come up and doing that. I watched Pernell Whitaker come up, Meldrick Taylor do it. Any of those guys do, and you don't have that anymore. Kids, I think, are playing. They're finding. I think kids don't want to fight.
Yeah.
I think they want to play football or basketball or soccer or ultimate frisbee or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing, and I think you're missing out on the sweet science.
They're too comfortable too. Right. They're too comfortable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
When we were kids, if you think back, TV was black and white. Color was just coming around.
Mm-hmm.
There were only 3 or 4 channels. There was, I mean, there's 200 channels, 400 channels now. We didn't have all that.
Right. No, we had. I remember we
had
first
Atari.
We first got cable. I mean, really, we had like 30 channels, and it was with a remote that connected to the TV and everything. But you know what? I'm going to do my part to bring boxing back.
Yeah. I'll do my part
and,
also.
Well, you seem like you are. How?
No, hold on. You know what I'm going to do? Any kids that I see just sitting on the street, I'm going to make them fight. Just
walk up to
hey,
him.
ding, 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 and let's go. Let's go. We're going to bring boxing back one way or another here at the Big J and Kodiak Show. See, I got a lot of jobs. I'm going for Major League Commissioner, and don't make me be boxing commissioner, too, because I will put on that tux. There'll be 2 tucks.
Well, Big J, let me tell you, I that's my life's mission, is to put Colorado and this whole region on the map.
Well, we're going to help you here at the Big J and Kodiak Show. Sting Like a Bee Entertainment. Thanks for joining us.
This event is sponsored by A1 Boxing and Fitness, Budweiser, KBPI, and Supreme Style Barbershop, Finish Line Car Wash and Detail Centers, Big J and Kodiak Show, Butler Rents, United Property Brokers, Global Elements, ThreadedInc.com, LatinLifeDenver.com, Sting Like a Bee Entertainment, and be on the lookout for the Sting Like a Bee Entertainment app that's being made by Global